show you! Let's talk about metal! So today I will talk about the Sonata Arctica discography. This Finnish band is a band that I love for a really long time, since the debut album. So they have just released an album. I did a review about it. That's my last video. So I decided to do a ranking of all those 11 albums. Let's start off with my 11th pick. And it's the 2019 offering by Sonata. It's called Talvio. To me, it's their worst album that comes a little bit flat and uninspired for the most part. Still, there's cool moments like the smooth alternative rocker called Cold, the great melodic instrumental Lismo's Got Good Reactors, what a nice name, and the dreamy, beautiful Storm the Armada with his incredible main hook. Love that song. Demon's Cage and a little less understanding possess good parts as well, but that's it for that album. I think it's their most forgettable album. Coming at number 10, it's the 2016 release, The Ninth Hour. This album falls short too a little bit, with a lot of fillers and some rolling highs moments. Yes, I have some, not as much on Talvio though. However, I think there's some very solid songs on here, like the follow-up to the masterpiece White Pearl Black Oceans. The second part doesn't live up to the first one, but it's very great, a very cool song anyway, with a beautiful piano parts, a nice solo section, and a great vocals by Tony as usual. Rise and Night is a speedy double bass drum driven tracks that I like really much, and so is Till Death's Done Us Apart. That song has some interesting contrast in tempos, and I like that. I like the dynamic. Fly, Navigate, Communicate is a really good piece of music also, and I will say maybe the song Life and Fairy Tale aren't bad at all, but the rest is quite forgettable personally. Coming at number 9, it's Stone Grows Her Name. The 2012 album. It's another record with good and not so good moments. I think Losing My Insanity and I Have a Right are really good catchy songs. Both Wildfire parts are the best pieces you will get on this album. Love the Around the Fire banjo violin intro before the first part of Wildfire, before it's getting heavier and way more interesting. The second part of the song is of Wildfire, second part is really fast and aggressive with solid piano lines, beautiful vocals by Tony, and my go-to song on this album is Cinder Blocks, because it's a surprisingly great upbeat funny number with bluegrass influences again. I think it's quite unique in their discography, and the chorus on this song is just tremendous. I can't get enough of it. I can't get it out of my head also. Coming at number 8, the album Unia. Yes, Unia already. It's the 2007 offerings, the last album with Jani Limatinen, and the one that broke the fan base in half, I'd say. Some like it, others despise it because it's so different from the four first album. This is more progressive, less catchy than it was in general. It's more piano oriented. There's not a lot of great guitar parts like we got on the first 4 albums. Nevertheless, there's a lot of quality music in this one, like the superb Caleb. I really dig It Won't Fade, the more catchy in the vein of the first albums called In Black and White it's the opener also. The more intense the harvest with his amazing guitar solo section. It's a very good record all in all that will grow on you if you just give it more chances. Coming at number 7, The Days of Grace, the follow-up of Uniac that came out in 2009. It's a very competent album, and the first one without Yanni, obviously. Elias Villanen took the axe from there. This one is a mix between Unia, a little bit of Reckoning Night, and some new elements. We did an experiment with that band already. By that time, Flag in the Ground was a reworked version of an old song that they wrote, that Tony wrote before Sonata Arctica even exists. And it's a really cool track on this album. It's more likely the kind of track you will find on Reckoning Night, so I love it a lot. The Last Amazing Grace is a really catchy song with an emotional, it's gripping. The chorus is incredible. I really like it. And Juliet is another big highlight for me with its more progressive side, and it's like a roller coaster of tempos. It's a lot changing. I really like it. Deftora is the longest track on the album and the first track after the intro. Really like that one. And finally, I will say The Truth Is Out There has so many great hooks on vocals. There's a lot of quality actually on that album, and I'd say take a look at the song In the Dark. It's a bonus track. There's a lot of people that don't know about that song, but it's a really cool track. Coming at number 6, Clear Cold Beyond, the new album that I just reviewed on my last video. So I will just mention on this one my favorite track again. It was Angel Defied, California, First in Line, Dark Empath, and Cure for Everything. My 5 top track of the album. Really great return to form after maybe 2 weaker album, I'd say, if you compare to the entire discography. Top 5 now. Number 5, Peria's Child. I think this is an underrated gem from them. Some of their best songs are on this release. I'd say I'm talking about the stunning, epic, progressive masterpiece that is larger than life. So much emotion are evoked in that song, and the lyrics are absolutely wonderful. Blood is a fast-paced, fantastic song with incredible vocal lines by Tony. Running Lights is another speedy banger with a lot of, not a lot, but a really good guitar solo. The Wolves Die Young is your mid-tempo sing-along song, and What Did You Do in the War? Dead is a solid, emotional, piano-driven beauty. Except for, I'd say, the ballad Love that I'm not digging at all, and maybe X Marks the Spot that has its moments, but at the same time is quite cringy. I'd say this record, it's excellent. I absolutely love it. Now, the 4 first album are my favorite, so it's obvious that they will come at last. Number 4 is Winter Heart Guild. There's almost no missteps on the first 4 albums, so I love almost every single song. On Winter Heart Guild, I think, but not I think, it's a fact that Tony did all the keyboard work, except for the keyboard solos that were performed by Jens Johansson from the band Stratovarius, also from Finland. The song The Cage is certainly the best beginning of a song they made with that relentless keyboard solo at the beginning. First 30 seconds is just and it's so magnificent. I think the chorus is also one of the best from the band. Excellent song all in all. Silver Tongue is one of the most underrated songs by Sonata Arctica, but by any bands, I think. What an absolute beast of a solo by Yanni, and those vocals by Tony. My God, it's just heaven sent. Graven Image and The Misery are really memorable, I'd say moving ballads that I love to listen to a lot. Victoria's Secret obviously is a pure banger with wonderful hooks and a nasty instrumental section. It's a top record. Coming at number 3, it's really difficult for me to put that record here since it's so good, but I'm loving the two other albums just a slight better. Except for Letter to Dana, I'd say Ecliptica is almost a perfect album. Destruction Preventer is so complete as a track. You have everything you like from the band packed in a song of 7 minutes. It's a bomb, literally a bomb. I love the unrelentless opener Blind Fight that starts this chef-d'oeuvre with high-pitched vocals by Tony, obviously, and those lyrics. Oh, he was a visionary to write that at the time. Myelin is a mid-pace beauty. Kingdom for Heart is the first song I heard from the band, and my jaw just dropped after 5 seconds with that lead on keyboards. It's just incredible. And the absolutely beautiful Full Moon, a powerful power ballad with great solos. Every track stands out on this album, so I will listen to it again just after that. Coming at number 2, it's Reckoning Night. I think this fourth album is just maybe a more polished version of everything they have done since the beginning. You have the fast tracks like Misplaced that opened the record, really good track. Ain't You Fairy Tale that brings back the energy after the incredible mid-pace Blinded No More with some of the best vocal lines on this record. Don't Say a Word is an anthem of the band and has a magnificent midsection. Great solo. Myceline is the only track that is not written by Tony, it's written by Yanni, the guitar player, and it's my second favorite track on this one. But personally, and I think for a lot of people, the best track and one of the best in the discography, it's White Pearl Black Oceans, which is one of those long tracks that feels like just a 4-minute track. It's absolutely stunning, with a beautiful story on top of it. Masterpiece. Coming at number 1, you know, that's the only album I didn't talk since the beginning of this video. One of the best power metal album ever made, flawless from top to bottom. Mikko Arkin is playing keyboards like a wizard on this album. Some of the best ballad. Yes, I'm talking about ballads at first because they are so good. Some of the best I heard in my life, I'd say Last Drop Falls, Stella, the end of this chapter, even Sing in Silence, really cool. The speedy cuts are all amazing. Some of my favorites being Web Allergy with that crazy good midsection, Land of the Free with that atmosphere, and it's out of this world riff in the middle of the song, followed by the intense melodic soloing. I'd say everyone loves Wolf and Raven. It's probably the fastest track by the band. However, this record is taken to the next level because of all the songs, but because of the best songs on it, and it's personally the power of one. If you want to resume everything Sonata Arctica was doing great during the first period of the first album, you just play that masterfully executed track and you got everything you like from the band. It's like a ballad. There's so many good solos, a lot of feelings, absolutely great lyrics. There's fast-paced moments that are really crushing. Sincerely, it's one of the best power metal song, period. Okay, I think even the bonus track on this album, Respect the Wilderness, is so excellent. You can't go wrong with Silence. So there it is, my ranking of the most beautifully crafted power metal band ever. I'd say if you like the emotional side of music, Sonata are always delivering. Since the release of Ecliptica, I followed that band really closely, and even with their worst moments, I think they always manage to write at least some songs that stick with me for a long time. What's your ranking? Your personal ranking, and tell me the songs you really like that I didn't mention here. See you in the next video, and cheers! Stay metal!
One was born to be a slave. Seek the past and place the blame. Tell me the color of